So recently I made a poll on my YouTube channel asking you guys what you guys want to watch next, and you guys smashed the more on Tesla one, man. You guys want to see more Tesla related videos. And to be honest with you guys, 80% of my entire stock wealth is in Tesla, and very soon I'm down to make it 100%. I mean, it's kind of looking like that anyways. Pretty much I'm all in on Tesla, and obviously if you guys been following Tesla and my predictions, it's a no-brainer why. But I really do enjoy talking about Tesla, making videos about Tesla, predictions, and if you guys have any other suggestions on Tesla that you guys want me to talk about, comment down below, man. I'm down for that. And as long as you guys are interested in Tesla videos, I'm more than willing to do more. Just not 100% of the time because, you know, I'm a curious guy. I want to see what other companies are doing, see where the next stock can 10x, 100x, because, hey man, I want to make them gains too, you know? But here we are, another Tesla stock price prediction video, but only focusing on 2022. As we see how Tesla's performing this year, it's not the greatest year for Tesla, but we just finished the second month. We're going to the third month of 2022. It doesn't matter how we start, it matters how we finish. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys a scenario in this chart, as you guys see here together, what the bearish case is going to be, the base case, and the bullish case. And at the end, what I think the realistic price target is going to be for 2022, but it's probably going to end up happening anyways for Tesla this year. So let's go ahead and do this together. All I ask in return is a like and subscribe. That is all. Let's get down to it. So as you guys can see here, this is the chart that we're going to be focusing on to figure out what the stock price is going to be at the end of this year or the first 3 months of 2023, because that's when Q4 is going to come out and 2022 is going to be closed. The fiscal year is going to be closed. So right off the bat, as you guys can see, you guys only see vehicles sold and FSD. There is no other income streams like the Tesla insurance and any other income stream for Tesla, and that's because we don't have much numbers for that yet. And besides, the vehicle sales and the FSD is the biggest chunk for Tesla. So if they do really well, the stock price is going to do amazing. And if the other parts of the income does really well, well, then the stock price is going to do even better. So you guys can like think of it of like bonuses as pluses. But we're only going to focus on FSD and vehicles sold because that's 90% of pretty much 95% of what Tesla, how they're making their money, how the earnings and profits are coming from. So going through 2021 briefly, we can see that they've almost sold 1 million cars in just 2021, which is absolutely crazy because this is literally an 87% increase from 2020. In 2020, they delivered 500,000 cars, just little bit less, like 499. But in 2021, almost 1 million. So that's literally like that's 87%, nearly double, which is absolutely crazy. The cost of FSD per one time is $10,000. Now, obviously, when we look at it at a realistically point of view, no one is gonna pay $10,000 to $12,000 unless they're super rich for FSD. Instead, what they would do is that they would opt in for the monthly subscription, which is $199 per month. But at the moment, we don't have that detailed data on how many Tesla owners have a FSD on monthly subscriptions. So it's much easier to say right now that each vehicle that wants FSD will pay $10,000 until we have that detailed data. And by doing a little bit of research, by 2021, it seems like globally there was about 150,000 Tesla cars owners that has FSD on them. Doing a little bit of the math, 150,000 out of the 936,000, it comes down to almost 15%. So it looks like every year 15% of all Tesla cars sold, 15% of them are going to have FSD, which is not bad because doing a little bit of research, it seems like by 2031, 80%. And this is crazy. I don't know if this will happen or not, but 80% of Tesla owners will have FSD. And by 2031, the cost is not going to be $10,000 per FSD, man. It's going to be maybe triple that. So it's going to be a money-making machine. If 80, man. Anywho, moving forward, total FSD sales was about 1.5 billion and the profit margin was 600 million. And if we look at the Q4 2021 of Tesla, we can see there's a $600 million of gap from last quarter to this quarter in the income from operations. So, any guess where's that from? Bingo! Believe it or not, $600 million is from the FSD, because when we look at the data, when we look at what we have here, we can see the profit margin for FSD is at 42%. And obviously doing a little bit of the research, that's the data that we get. The average vehicle sold in 2021 was at $50,000, which makes the total revenue almost $54 billion, net income at over $5.5 billion, and that's exactly what we got on the Q4 2021 earnings report, with the shares outstanding over 1.1 billion, EPS of almost $5, PE of 200, which did happen, gave us a stock price of almost 1,000 on the average in 2021, and obviously a market cap over 1.1 trillion, which now is below a trillion, which honestly, it's a great buy in my opinion. But anywho, moving forward. So what we're going to be doing this year is that we're going to be looking at many prices. We're going to be looking at bearish, base, and bullish, one with FSD and one with not FSD. And at the end, we're going to look at the realistic price, what I think is going to be, and most likely, high possibility out of probabilities, that's what's going to be the price. But let's take it step by step. Let's have some fun with it. Let's see what numbers we get. By the way, guys, if you haven't watched the Tesla 2030 prediction, FSD, check it out. It's pretty much what we're doing now, but it's like dragged on to 2030. But this is more detailed to just focused on 2022. You'll have a lot of fun with that video too. All right, let's pull up the calculator because this is gonna be really useful here. So at the bearish case, what will be the bearish case? Well, I like to use numbers to back up everything, you know, based off research and what's actually happening. Based on Tesla, they're saying that they're gonna be growing at a 50% year over year, and 2022 is gonna be one of those years that they're gonna be growing a lot faster than 50%. But anywho, let's say 50% from 936. From 936,000, 50% would give us 1.4 million. Just a bit over, but we're gonna say 1.4 million. We're gonna go ahead and put that in. So right off the bat, you'd notice that vehicles with FSD jumped to 210,000, and that's because 15% is the average with any cars being sold will have FSD on them at the moment. In 2022, average vehicle sales will be 50,000, although I think it may be more based on demand and supply, but let's say 50,000 just to be conservative, and we will get in total revenue without FSD 70 billion in total revenue, and a net income 10.5 billion. Now obviously shares outstanding is growing year over year, and to be conservative, we're going to continue it that way. That would give us an EPS of $9 in 2022. Now, here comes the tricky part, the finding out the PE. What PE is Tesla going to be trading at end of this year? And when we look at the chart, we can see it's coming down nicely. The PE is coming down to earth, not what it was 2 years ago when it reached 1,000. It's coming down nicely, and I really do suspect this, and I have a really strong feeling that by end of 2022, we can see a PE of 125. Comment down below if you guys think that's too high still or too low. I really don't know, but I think 125 is solid because it never reached down that low before, and with earnings coming out in Q1, Q2, and even Q3, we can suspect that PE can be around there, maybe 100 to 150. I'm gonna say 125 just to be in the middle, and I guess a little bit conservative too. Putting that in, that would give us a stock price of 1,113 with no FSD. So let's go ahead and put that into this chart here. Now obviously you're like, bruh, $1,100, man. I mean, that doesn't sound that realistic for Tesla. You know what? You're right. I 100% agree. 1,100. I don't think we will see that. Maybe we'll see it in 2 months when the stock goes back up. But the end of the year, I simply don't see that. But again, we didn't price in the FSD for this. Once you price in the FSD, which is at $12,000 in 2022, by the way, because they're increasing it year over year by 2,000. You know, in 2022 it was at 8,000, 2021 was at 10,000, and this year they increased it again to 12,000. And we get total sales for FSD is over 2.5 billion, with the profit margin being over 1.1 billion, which is absolutely insane. By the way, I did increase the profit margin in 2022 for FSD from 42% to 44%, and that's because it's based on data. They're saying that by 2030 or 2031, nearly 65% of all FSD sales will be profit. So that's just insane. So that's why I put 44% here. And this will give us a stock price of $1,270 per share with FSD. Again, this is bearish, right? Look, we got $1,100, and then we got almost $1,300 in the range with bearish if they sell 1.4 million cars with a PE of 125. Again, I don't think they're gonna sell 1.4 million. I think they're gonna sell a heck more than that. Now, if you guys watch my Tesla 2030 stock price prediction, in the bull case, I put 1.7 million cars they're gonna sell in 2022. I really do believe that. I think they could sell 1.7 million easily because, you know, we got like, you know, upgrades in Shanghai, we got Berlin coming out, we got Austin coming, we got some, you know, upgrades in the California places, and don't forget there are going to be other gigafactories being announced this year. So I think 1.7 is I think that's exactly what they're going to be doing. So 1.7 million cars sold in 2022 would give us a stock price of almost 1550 with FSD. Let's put that here. 1543 with FSD. Now that sounds a bit more realistic. I think that price we can see this year, end of the year, we can see. But let's see what that would be without the FSD. Let's remove the 12,000 and we get 1352 per share. Now that's not bad, but obviously we know, you know, FSD is gonna play a role here, and we know that we can potentially see 1543 this year, which is nice. I like that. That's almost nearly double from what we are now at like 850, I believe. Now, bullish case. I had a lot of fun. I dreamt a little bit. I think I dreamt a bit too much. I believe that at the best case scenario in 2022, they can actually sell 2 million cars. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna put 2 million here. I'm gonna say 1.9 million. All right, let's see what we get when we put 1.9 million. We get a stock price without FSD $1,500 per share, 1511 to be exact. Putting that here in the little chart, which is honestly pretty nice. It's not bad, you know, for without FSD. But let's see what happens with FSD, because remember, the more cars they sell, 15% of that is FSD, and obviously it just equals to more profits and more sales automatically. So let's see what we get. 12,000. We get 1725, which is just absolutely insane. That means if that happens, we can see Tesla stock price hitting 2 trillion this year, which is absolutely crazy. 2 trillion valuation for Tesla this year. And last year we hit 1 trillion. So, man, if Tesla hits 1 trillion every year in their valuation, that's just insane. Now let's see what happens when we put 2 million vehicles here. Now obviously I don't think that's gonna happen, but let's have fun with it. Let's see what happens. 2 million vehicles sold. That would give us a stock price of over $1,800, man. That's just insane. That's $1,000 from where we are now. Just a bit less, but that's just crazy. All right, going back to 1.9 million, but let's just do a full recap on what happened. In the bearish cases with no FSD, we have $1,100, then we have $1,350, then we have $1,511. With FSD at the bearish case at 1.4 million cars sold, it's at $1,271. At the base case with FSD is at $15.43. With the absolute bullish case at 1.9 million cars sold will be $17.25 per share, which is just absolutely crazy. Now, obviously, in my opinion, we can cross out bearish, man. I don't think that's going to happen, man. I don't think bearish is going to happen. Let's see what the realistic value is going to be, the realistic price target is going to be for 2022. Now, in the base case, we said 1.7 million cars, and I felt really good with that. But let's be a little more conservative now. Let's say in 2022, with all these productions coming into play, because again, we don't have the full benefit of Berlin or Austin at the moment. So let's pull the calculator here for a second. So with that being said, I really do believe that by 2022, they can do 1650, meaning 1.65 million cars in 2022. I'm putting that into the calculator. 936,000 times 76% is almost at 1.6 million cars being sold, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen. So let's put that in. Let's see what we get as a price target for 2022 as a realistic price. We get almost 1,500 per share. 1498 is the realistic price. I really do believe that if we can hit this number, which I think we will, is really good. Let me just put that in green. I guess, I mean, that's what realistic is, man. I mean, 1498. I think that's realistic for, you know, Tesla in 2022. Not touching the 2 trillion mark yet, but at almost 1.8 trillion. I really do believe that this is really realistic. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments below. If 1.6 million is too high or too low, I want to start a conversation. Let me know what you guys think. So it's really safe to say that end of this year or the beginning of 2023, we can see the stock price from 1,100 ranging to 1,725. That's the range you can expect it, but the realistic price is going to be $14.98. That's what I see. That's what you know we can see here. Now, do I agree with this, with the realistic price? 100%. I really do think that they can easily do 1.6. Well, I said 1.7 million, but realistically, being conservative, 1.65. They can easily do that, and with the stock price 1500, man, you can't go wrong with that, man. Right now, it's pretty much a double from what it is now. So that's why I'm all in on Tesla, man. Let's go. So $14.98 seems to be the realistic price for 2022. And honestly, for me, I stand by that. I think we could hit $1,500 by end of this year very easily. And by looking at some other experts and analysis, they be saying the same thing, if not more. But obviously, guys, when you invest in a company like Tesla, you don't hold it for a year or two, because this is a company that's going to compound heavily within the next 5 to 10, even 20 years. You'll reap the benefit of it in the next 10 years when your 100,000 turns to a couple millions. That's the time to pull out the money and enjoy. But as of now, any dip you guys see, any bad news against Tesla you see, it's absolutely a buy in my opinion, which I've been doing heavily in the past couple of weeks when this stock price dropped to 700 per share, which is absolutely insane. You guys can think of Tesla right now like 10 years ago what Apple was. You know, we had the same hype going on when Apple came out that, oh my God, Nokia, Motorola, BlackBerry, those guys are the kings. And now look at them now. You know, BlackBerry is now a cybersecurity company. Nokia doesn't exist anymore, and Motorola is nowhere to be found. And so this is what's going to happen to the car industry as well. And the Apple of that time is a Tesla now. So it's an opportunity once in a lifetime. In the next 10 years time, there'll be another company that comes out that disrupts another whole sector. And that's the nature of business and the nature of companies getting too comfortable and not allowing risk to be on their side. As you guys know, Elon Musk is full of risks and obviously full of reward. Anywho, guys, let me know if you guys agree with the realistic price that we had today. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys want me to do this live on YouTube, I'm down. Just let me know. We can do it live. This way you guys can tell me what numbers to put and all that kind of stuff. I think that'll be very, very interesting. If you guys really enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. But if you guys did enjoy this video, you guys will enjoy this Tesla 2030 FSD stock price prediction. You guys will really enjoy this video. The number at 2030 just gets too big. I can't comprehend, and I don't really know if that's even realistic by 2030, but check it out. Comment down that video. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.